Janam, Namo Janam, Namo Janam, Namo Janam, Namo Janam, Omkar Nindu Sayam Nityam Jayanti Yogina, Kamadam Mokshadam Sri Omkara Namo, Manganam Bhagavanayo, Manganam Bhuttamurni, Manganam Kunkundari, Ujendram Bhusumangaram Namasunari Swadhay, Swanam Bhutya Jata Siti Swadhay Navaya Vivao Nirasanidata.
Om Namo Loe Sarvatrikavarti Aryantanam. Om Namo Loe Sarvatrikavarti Siddhanam. Om Namo Loe Sarvatrikavarti Ayaryanam. Om Namo Loe Sarvatrikavarti Ujjayanam. Om Namo Loe Sarvatrikavarti Savanam. Om Karam Bindu Sanyuktam Nityam Dhayanti Yoginam Kamadam Moksadam Cheva Om Karaya Namo Namah. Namo Samaysaraya Swanubhutya Chakasate Chitsabhavaya Bhavaya Sarva Bhavantarachite Agnanatimirandanam Gnana Anjana Salakaya Chaksurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah Tirthankaro Jagatana Jayavanta Varto Omkaranad Jinano Jayavanta Varto Jinana Samosar Hajau Jayavanta Varto Netirthachara Jagama Jayavanta Varto Namo Tirthanayakane Namo Omkaranadane Omkara Sangaryotene Namo Te Sri Kunda Kundane Aho Upakara Jinavarano Kundano Dvani Divyano Jina Kunda Dvaniya Pya Aho Te Guru Kanano Aho Te Bhagavati Matano Dhruva Achalane Anupam Gati Pamel Sarve Sidane Vandi Kaho Sutta Kevali Bhasita Asamaya Prabhrata Hari Eka Sudha Sada Arupi Jnana Darsanamaya Kare Kai Anyate Maru Jari Paramanu Matra Natiyari Jamane Trate Majjana Natikara Kanati Vedaka Are Jani Jakara Modaya Nirajara Bandate Majamokshane Om Namaste Om Namaste Om Sri Sudatmane Namaha. Jai Jendra. So today is April 26, 2017, and here we are for our regular Swadhay on Samaysar. So what do we want to do? Start with? Do we want to do Swadhay or you want to do your Chirag?
You want to start with Swadhyay Kirit, Uncle? That's fine. I'm open to either way.
No, I mean, whatever is convenient, because we have to finish, we have to do recording everything today, right?
Yeah.
So, how best to achieve?
How about we can start with maybe 20 minutes of Swadhyay and then start our recording, start our rehearsal and then the recording.
Okay, all right. Okay.
Everyone's not with us yet who's on the thing. Ankit isn't here yet.
What did you say? I'm sorry, Ketan.
Everyone who needs to narrate is not on here yet.
Not yet. Okay. Yeah, let's do 20 minutes of Swadhyay. So let me just find it out from before where we were and everything. Okay, bear with me.
taking charge.
Okay, here we are. Let's start sharing screen and slides. Okay. We were on this slide last time when we stopped and okay. Stop share. Okay, so we were on the 11th stanza, and we are coming to the tail part of this stanza. So, conventional form described in the scripture gives fruition in the form of transmigration. When there is a conventional form, in any way, we divided absolute form and conventional form. And in stanza 11, they go conventional form very tight way, extremely tightly it goes through. In everything happening in the territory of the soul is being divided into absolute form and conventional form. So rag and dvesh occurring within me, there is also conventional form. And also, if I'm keeping my attention to the division of the attribute, that is also that is also conveyed as a conventional form. Only the one in which eternal soul substance to have the faith on it is called absolute form. So any form of conventional state that will give the karma bondage, and that will give the in the future there'll be fruition, and there's going to be transmigration. So one takes a side of the pure point of view, ends with the liberation. When one is taking absolute point and goes on the eternal soul substance, that's all he keeps eye on it, then ultimately it leads to liberation. That means one has to have very, very tight, very unshaken faith to the eternal soul substance. When can I have that kind of unshaken faith for the eternal soul substance? Today I was listening to one of the lecture on Bhaktamar and everything, and that a very beautiful example came that the author said that, okay, what is sugar's taste? What's the taste of the sugar? Well, it's a sweet. I mean, without hesitation, one says it's a sweet. How come without any hesitation you say that the taste of the sugar is sweet? How come? Because I have tasted that sweetness time and again in the past. That's why with absolute surety I can say sugar is sweet taste. Similarly, what happens for the eternal soul substance? Your faith to the eternal soul substance, when does it become extremely solid, unshakable faith? Then it says that when you experience the eternal soul substance, and then you have made the decision about the reality. Decision about the reality along with the faith, along with the experience of the soul substance. Now that person's faith is unshakable. They're talking about the person who already has Samyak Darshan. But what about a person like us who are about to receive or who are on the path to receive this Samyak Darshan? Then your Tattva Nirnay, Yatharth Tattva Nirnay, the absolute faith in the reality from the reflective thought process perspective, And how does that unshakable faith in the reflective thought process comes? Vikalpatmak dasama yatharth tattva nirnay. Means in my thought process, in my reflective thought process, I make the decision about the eternal soul substance, and I make the unshakable decision that way. How does that happen? Then Acharya Bhagavan says it comes from the Swadhyay. It comes from self-study. Self-study in the form of one does his own study, reading, listening to the pravachans and everything. Once he does, there are questions coming, and he asks questions. Questions are asked, and his questions are settled in his mind. He has a satisfactory answer comes in his mind. Then that kind of information he has it. Now he listens to the discourses of the enlightened beings. What kind of enlightened beings discourses? There are also true form of discourses. What are the true form of discourses? Then it says that when enlightened person, he or she gives the discourses in which the main aim is focused on eternal soul substance. Your aim has to be on eternal soul substance. That kind of information, that kind of lectures, when I listen to those things, now my faith becomes solidified. My faith in the reality, my faith in the reality of the eternal soul substance get extremely solidified. And once that happens, then automatically my rag and dvesh, they starts dwindling down. I don't have to worry about them, how to remove them. When I'm going in this direction, upward direction, then those negative things, they start dissipating by themselves. And so ultimately that leads you to the absolute point of view with the experiencing of the eternal soul substance. And once that happens, your faith becomes that much solid, and it is unshakable faith. And that's what it's trying to say in this couple of bullets over here. Having said that, conventional point of view is for knowing purpose only and not for taking refuge in it. This is a very important point. Remember, as we kept on saying in this 11th stanza, conventional point of view is bad. Conventional point of view gives rag and dvesh. Conventional point of view gives karma fruition. Conventional point of view makes the soul go into transmigration. So conventional point of view is no good. If it is no good, why should I know about it? Well, yes, but it is important that you have to know, because that way one come to know what are my pitfalls, where can I fall down, where can I go in the wrong path. So he has to have knowledge about the conventional point of view, but for knowing purpose only, not to take refuge in it. There is a good example that one time one person came to listen to Gurudev Kanji Swami's lecture. And then some of his friends or relatives, they found out that this person's father is extremely sick at home. So they said, wait a second, your father is sick at home, and why are you here? What are you doing here? So he said, one substance cannot do anything to the other substance. So my father, whatever is going to happen to him is going to happen, but I want to increase my spirituality, and that's why I came to Songarh to listen to Gurudev's pravachan. People said, okay, I mean, he put a right argument. This kind of matter came to be known by Gurudev Kanji Swami. So he called that guy and says, I want you to leave this town at this moment right now. The guy says, what's wrong with it? He said, your father is sick. It's important that you maintain your father's health and everything. Your father needs your help. So you cannot say the conventional point of view is bad and I'm going to throw it away. Conventional point of view is your basis. You have to have your behavior, societal responsibility, family responsibility to be fulfilled. You cannot leave your parents on the branches and then try to say that, okay, I'm going to look for the spirituality. You have your vyavahar has to be pure also. So, conventional point of view is knowing purpose. At the same time, you do not take refuge. You can't say that that's all I'm going to do. That's all. No, you to know it and then not to take refuge in it. Absolute point of view is important for taking refuge in it. It is a wholesome. It is a most important. But again,
Kirit, uncle?
Yeah.
Can I interrupt? Sorry. Yesterday, we talked about being swa-arthi.
Mm-hmm.
So there is some sort of give and take here.
Yes.
And maybe what if that person, I don't know what his particular situation was. I don't know if Kanji Swami knew. Maybe I'm just guessing, maybe he realized he can't do anything for his dad in a way that a son is supposed to. And so he was being swa-arthi and coming to the Sangad.
Okay. Now, remember, this is one example. But again, what it is, first, your duties, because you are here for a certain duty. I have 3 kids and I have responsibility for them to be put through the proper study and everything. And once they become of their own, then I just cannot just get engrossed with their every teeny tiny details and just get involved with them. I finish my duty, but while my duty is going on, I also have to fulfill the duty properly. And so, what was that father doing? What was that man doing? We don't know. But in general, it was duty of father to help the father, and that is a primary responsibility. And while you are helping your sick parents, you are also having time to reflect upon yourself. You can do the soul searching and everything. So you don't have to sit down in the classroom and just say, okay, one substance cannot do one substance cannot do anything to the other substance. This type of principles to be used in a wrong fashion is not right. For example, one time there was a pot maker and the kids went out and they went there and they destroyed all the pots of the pot maker. The pot maker said, hey kids, what are you doing? I mean, you're breaking all my business. So kid says, no, we are not doing anything, sir. One substance cannot do anything to the other substance. So those pots were supposed to be broken, and so we were instrumental cause. So we did not do anything. So they put the principle in a whatever fashion. So pot maker also was a little bit learned person. So he said, okay. So he goes inside the house and comes out with a big stick and starts beating those kids. And kids said, wait a second, why are you beating me? Well, one substance cannot do anything to other substance, so I can't do anything to you. So nothing is happening to me. So those kind of things, you cannot use principle in a wrong way. You have to, your vyavahar has to be pure. Your vyavahar has to be pure. If you are continuously doing rag and dvesh, continuously you are doing rag and dvesh and you are involved in sinful activities, and now you are talking about one substance cannot do anything to other substance. That's wrong. You have to create your base strong and then come up. So those are the things that we have to keep thinking about it. So
also Kirit uncle, over here, actually conventional point of view and absolute point of view, they only begin at the fourth gunasthana, right?
yes,
Prior
to that there is none. That you are right also, but that does not mean that I should not study them. What we are doing right now is studying and making our ideas solid. What is the reality? Reality involves conventional point of view and absolute point of view, but out of the maze of the conventional absolute point of view, now I have to find the path in which I can slowly drift towards absolute point of view, making sure my conventional point of view is also not disturbed. Because first step, I want to go to the second story. There are 14 steps are there. I have to be in the first step, and once I'm on first step, then I can go to the second step. When I'm on second, that means I gave up the first step. But first step was important when I was on a first step. Same way when I was on the fifth step, then fourth step to give up is important, but fifth step is important because now my feet are on the fifth step. And like that, each step is important, but as you progress, then lower down steps become less important and upper steps become more important for you. So conventional point of view, to understand and to know that, okay, if I'm not doing Swadhyay, if I'm not doing worshipping, if I'm not doing charity work, if I'm not kind-hearted person, that means if I'm not a kind of mild, my emotions are kind of auspicious emotions. If I don't have those, then I don't expect to go to the absolute point of view. These are the steps I'll be passing through. This is the aim. I don't want to lose my aim. But again, the steps are also not to be ignored. Whatever steps comes, we have to understand that those steps are important too. And that is what Gurudev Sri kept on saying. And sometimes people misunderstood. One more example I can give you. There was initially Atma Dharma was coming out. There was a monthly magazine from Songad, and it was about the Gurudev's lectures and all those things will be coming and all those things. And every page of the Atma Dharma, on the bottom they will write down, Ek dravya bija dravya nu kartu nathi. One substance cannot perform act for the other substance. So one wise guy came and told Ramji Bhai Vakil was a trustee at the time, and he was a very smart, very highly learned person, and he was inner circle of Gurudev and everything, and his knowledge also was extremely great. So that wise guy comes into the Ramji Bapa and says, Ramji Dada, when you are saying one substance cannot do anything to the other substance, then why do you come exactly on time or before time to the assembly hall to listen Gurudev's lecture? Because one substance cannot do anything to the other substance. And that was very valid question the guy asked, right? So Ramji Dada said, one substance cannot do anything to the other substance. One substance cannot do anything to the other substance. That kind of idea I need to solidify, and that's why I'm coming to listen to Gurudev's lectures every day. So you know, that those are the way we can understand how we have to evolve ourselves, you know. So those are the, now if you're in a business, if you are working something, if you are doing cheating all the time, you're fighting with the fellow people and all the time, you're pulling somebody's legs all the time, then you are expecting to achieve a spirituality? No, it won't happen. But when you are not there, and your staff, surrounding staff, your friends and circle, they appreciate that, my God, this guy means peace and quiet. That kind of behavior that which is emitting from me, from us, will be the stepping stone for us to go higher up. So those are the things we have to keep in mind, right? Okay. Now, partial point of view is a part of scriptural knowledge, Sutagnan. Now, remember, partial point of view, knowledge is of 5 times. Perception knowledge, Matignan, scriptural knowledge, Sutagnan, clairvoyance knowledge, Avdignan, telepathy, Manaparyagnan, and omniscience knowledge, Kevalgnan. Out of these 5 knowledges, only Sutagnan, only in a Sutagnan, there is a, that means about scriptural knowledge, there is a partial point of view presented. Partial point of view is only in Sutagnan. So, who has a Sutagnan? All the living beings, they have Mati Sutagnan. All transmigrating souls, they have Mati and Sutagnan. Perception knowledge and scriptural knowledge. But lowest form of life, Nigod, 1 sense, 2 sense, 3 sense, 4 sense, living being, they have predominantly only perceptual knowledge that is called Matigna.
Kirit,
Yeah.
I read in Moksha Prakashak that even they have Shrutagna.
Remember, what did I say? Predominantly. Predominantly. They have Sutagnan too, but predominantly it is Matignan only. Sutagnan gets blossomed up in a 5-sense sentient being. Now, what point you raise is very important. Remember, let's say that you have $1 million in your pocket, and I have $5 in my pocket. Considering you, and everybody knows that you have $1 million and I have $5 in my pocket. Considering you, I'm being called as a poorest of the poor guy. Or in the same town, everybody is millionaire and I have only $5 in my pocket. So I'm going to consider the poorest of the poor guy, as if I don't have any money. But those $5, I can get a sandwich and I can get my hunger, hunger can be taken care of. So compared to $1 million, $5 is nothing, means zero. Same way, 1 cent, 2 cents, 3 cents, 4 cents, 4 cents, and non-sentient 5 cents being, they have predominantly Matignan and very minimal expression of the Sutagnan. 5 cents sentient being a human being, infernal life, celestial life, and some of the higher form of animals, they have Sutagnan also. And once who has a partial point of view in a Sutagnan only, and with the help of partial point of view, one does discrimination of conventional point of view versus absolute point of view, and this is absolute point of view is adorable for me, it's a wholesome for me, and conventional point of view is only knowing purpose and not to be used for adoration purpose. That kind of discriminative ideas come in the Sutagnan. Out of four types of living beings: human, celestial, infernal, and subhuman, means some animals, higher form of animal. Out of 4 of those types of living beings, easiest way for human to understand this discriminative science and to understand the partial point of view, and that's why it's much easier for humans to obtain samyak darshan, means self-realization. It's much easier. Sure, you can get in infernal life. Sure, you can get it in a celestial life and also in an animal's life. The first time Mahavir Bhagwan's soul got a samyak darshan was in the lion's life. He was an animal. He just had killed the deer. He has eaten the meat. From the mouth, the blood is still coming out. And because that is his being lion, that's what he does. But two Muniraj passing through the sky, they realize that this is the future Tirthankar. And so they descend and they give discourses. What language they give discourses, what language some lion listened and understood, it's beyond our capacity to understand. But what did lion understand at the time? That soul and body are separate. And he did that discriminatory science. He did the Vedgnan, and Samyak Darshan occurred there. So Samyak Darshan can occur in other life also, but easiest to occur will be human life. So my partial point of view is a part of the scriptural knowledge, Sutagnan. It's not present in omniscience knowledge. That is important part now. 5 types of knowledges. Matisut, I have it. Avdi Manaparya, I don't have it. I don't have Keval Gna. It's not necessary one to have Avdi and Manaparya Gna. It's not necessary one has to have clairvoyance and telepathy knowledge. Yeah, some high form of a monk in their own intense meditative process and everything, they may get those things. It's not necessary that to get omniscience knowledge, one has to pass through all those knowledges, not necessary. So, Sutagnan is the one present in the scripture knowledge. And in omniscient knowledge is complete, perfect. There is no changes. In one samay, when that omniscience knowledge can perceive the whole complete infinite attributes and all the past, present, future modes of the self, as well as past, present, future modes of all the substance of the universe in unison, in one given samay. There is no discrimination occurs. Oh, this is good, let me go here, let me know this one. No, let me know this, let me know. That occurs in us. In scriptural knowledge, in Sutagnan, there is going to be Khanda Gnan, means the knowledge is going to be broken down. Right now, I'm watching this black area in which my USB is there. This is my book over here. So now I'm looking at the book, I'm giving principal my attention to the book, and everything else I make it secondary. No, I would like to know the pencil. So my knowledge from one object to the other object to third object, and that's why it's called broken down knowledge. But omniscience knowledge is unbroken, and that's why there is no partial point of view in omniscience knowledge. Pure point of view is part of scripture. Now again, he comes back to Sutagnan. Where does the pure point of view occurs, and what is a pure point of view? In my mode, in my knowledge mode, I put my unconditional surrendering to the eternal soul substance. That is called pure point of view. And that is occurring in the scriptural knowledge, because it's a part of the Nai. It's part of the partial point of view. And that's why it's occurring in the Sutagnan. Conviction is a part of the faith attribute. Now, what is it? Now, in the first 3 bullets, it talks about knowledge. It talks about knowledge. Now, suddenly, it just goes to faith attribute. What does faith attribute do? While I bring my faith to the eternal source of, and get engrossed within my eternal soul substance, then it is called experiencing. I'm experiencing my soul substance. And when I come out of it, now I have reflective thought process occurring. I'm doing rag and dvesh. at the time my conviction remains. Remember, do I have to get up in the morning and in my wallet I should keep one information that as soon as I wake up, I open my wallet and just take that piece of paper out and says, remember, I am Kirit. Don't forget, I am Kirit. I have to know that one because I forget time to time, right? No, you don't forget. You already know who you are. You don't need to remind yourself that who you are. So your conviction that I am Kirit, a room full of people are sitting and somebody says, Kirit, who gets up? I get up because somebody's talking about me. But do I remember all the time? No, conviction is there. Conviction is there. Conviction is there all the time. So that's what it is, that conviction is a part of the faith attribute. When soul is experiencing, then it is called faith and experience, and supersensuous bliss get experienced. When I come out of the experiencing phase, then my conviction continues that I'm the eternal soul substance all the time. I don't have to remind myself because it is so deeply set in my back of my brain. So when we are doing meditation right now, for example, and we know what meditation means. Now I close my eye and I kind of reciting in my mind, I'm the eternal soul substance. I'm the eternal soul substance. And I don't have any relationship with any outside material objects and everything. So those kind of things I keep on reciting in my mind. Do I recite every day in the morning that I'm Kirit, I'm Kirit, I'm Kirit, I'm Kirit? No, it is conviction is there. So when somebody ends up with the self-realization, then his conviction that I am the eternal soul substance, it remains in the back of his mind, and every action he does, he could be doing all the activities of the life, all the activity of the routine daily life, but on the back of his mind, it's always remained that conviction is there that I'm the eternal source of. And that comes from the faith attribute. First three bullets came from the knowledge attribute. Now that next bullet came from the faith attribute. Pure point of views, subject matter is eternal, indivisible, identical substance. Again, he turns around and comes back to the knowledge as a knowledge point of view from a Sutagnan perspective, scriptural knowledge perspective, and says that pure point of view has only subject matter is eternal, indivisible, identical, soul substance. That's it. So now, the faith attribute also did the same thing. What did faith attribute do? Faith attributes more until now was directed to the outside alien world. This is my body, this is my body, this is my body. That kind of, well, just before the class started, and of course, today is in Phoenix is 5:30 p.m. right now, before we start the class. I checked my sugar, it was on the lower side. So I said, let me eat something. Now, sugar business is whose business? Body's business. Let me eat something. Who gets a food? Body gets a food. Let me eat banana right now. So now I do that kind of thing because my body is me. My body is that kind of deep association I have with the alien objects of the universe. Now that faith is now directed to the eternal soul substance. Remember, faith can only do 100% alien object or 100% eternal soul substance. Faith cannot be partial here and partial there. It's either all or none. All or none towards the alien object, or all or none towards the eternal soul substance. So now here, pure point of view, subject matter, eternal, indivisible, identical substance, and faith also has the same same aim. So knowledge and faith both are working together right now. One second. Sorry. This same eternal substance also is subject of faith modes also. So both attribute, knowledge attribute and faith attribute, their mode are now having unison. They work together for eternal soul substance. Aim is only one. For both those attributes, aim is one right now. When the knowledge mode makes the eternal indivisible soul substance, then the division becomes secondary. Now remember, the faith all or none, either to the alien object or to the eternal soul substance. That's it, nothing different. Knowledge is discriminative. Knowledge ends up knowing the divisions, and knowledge ends up knowing indivisibility. It has a capacity to do both. Bhed abhed, jnan bheda bhed thi jane se. Knowledge knows with the division and indivisibility. So when knowledge is making eternal soul substance, eternal indivisible soul substance as its own aim, at the time divisions that they are present, he also, the knowledge mode also knows the division of the attribute. Different attributes are there, modes are there, so alien object, all those things that it knows, but they become secondary. I'm going in the freeway from here to temple, and only my aim is when 19th Avenue comes, I have to take the exit. Before that, several exits are coming. I just know it, but I make them secondary. I don't pay attention to them. Same way here, eternal knowledge wants to make eternal indivisible soul substance as its own main aim. Then divisions are there, it knows the division, it perceives, but makes them secondary. Faith attribute does not know anything. Faith is a blind. Faith only knows the faith to the alien object or faith to the eternal source of nothing in between. There's no primary, secondary things there. But knowledge attribute, knowledge mode has those kind of changes. So pure point of view at that time does not perceive division. It has one narrow aim only to just visualize eternal soul substance, and that's it. So rest of the things are present, but it remains secondary for that. That means it does not perceive. Secondary means it just present, but that doesn't perceive. Make it too secondary there. Therefore, mode is in mode and is not present in individual eternal soul substance. Therefore, the mode remains in the mode only. And that mode is not present in the indivisible eternal soul substance. Why? Indivisible eternal soul substance is present here, and mode is present in the form of divisions in the soul substance. So knowledge mode, even though it's mode, this is very oxymoron type of thing. Knowledge mode, even though it's mode and action is occurring in the mode, but primary aim is given to the eternal soul substance. So knowledge mode doesn't perceive anything else except eternal soul substance. I mean, these are the really different ways Gurudev Sri dissects the whole schema in such a way that now we don't have any reason to drift from the path that we have chosen. So these are the things it comes out over here. Now, do you want to continue or do you want to stop over here?
Continue.
Continue? Okay. But then remember, it's 45 minutes passed by. We still have to do that practice and recording also, right? Suggestions?
If everyone's here, let's finish the recording and then maybe we can still continue after the recording.
I can assure you there won't be, I mean, okay, we can try that, but I doubt that we will have time left. But it's whatever you think, right, you know, because before starting a new bullet, I want to, there's one more remaining. Let's finish this one. That is why, from the perspective, the divisional aspect is considered as wrong. From this perspective, what is this perspective? This mode, knowledge mode knows the eternal soul substance, means primarily it has aimed to the eternal soul substance. So attribute, division of the attributes present in the soul substance, and then past mode, future mode, present mode, all those kind of divisions are made secondary. They are present. They are not being ignored. I mean, that presence is acknowledged, but they are made secondary, because my primary aim is to achieve the eternal soul substance. And so the divisional aspects are made secondary. And because they are made secondary, they are called wrong, or they are called conventional. They are present. The presence is not refuted. The presence is accepted, because eternal soul substance has a division, infinite attributes are present. They are present. Modes are there. They are present. But out of this soul substance, infinite attributes and past, present, future, infinite modes, all those things are present in the soul substance. They cannot be ignored. They cannot, their presence cannot be ignored. But when you're out of all this thing, your main aim is eternal soul substance, then even though they are present, they are made secondary, and that's why they are called conventional, and that's why they are called wrong. If we don't know this kind of a thing, then a lay person who has limited knowledge and says, wait a second, you have the knowledge mode, you have the knowledge attribute, you have a faith attribute, and when I'm saying you have knowledge, I have knowledge attribute, I have faith attribute, and you are saying it's wrong? What are you talking about? Soul has all those things. That's what I was being taught in the school, in the class. Soul has a mode, knowledge mode, and faith mode, and conduct mode, and all those things, and you are saying they're wrong? Yes, you understand what perspective we are using. If I'm using perspective of the alien object, then those things are mine. So attributes are mine, modes are mine, so eternal soul substance is mine. They are mine.
Kirit, over here it says, when the knowledge mode makes the eternal indivisible soul substance, then the divisions become secondary.
Yeah.
What do you mean here? Do you mean makes? Is that a type of when the knowledge mode perceives the eternal soul substance?
Yeah,
It's from the bottom. It's the fourth point from the bottom. When the knowledge mode makes.
I think he's missing the word primary.
So primary and secondary.
Okay, when the knowledge mode is made primary.
No. Knowledge mode itself makes eternal soul substance as primary. Yeah, the soul aim is an eternal soul substance. When you are going from New York to Texas, you already know the pathway, how you are going to drive and all those things. How many different states will be coming and so many exits will be coming, you will see them. But your aim is not there. Your aim, you will just become a little bit more advanced entering Texas. Okay, now still I have to go for 2, 3, 4, 5, 600 miles or whatever that area I have to go. I still have to drive that much. So what is your aim? What is the rest of the things are present but made secondary. You're not going to see all the exits and pay attention to the New York exits and New Jersey exits and Washington DC exit and Delaware exit, everything. Your aim is going to Texas. So everything else is there but made secondary. Same thing here. That bullet says knowledge mode makes eternal indivisible soul substance as primary, and then divisions and modes and everything becomes secondary. Their existence is not denied, but they are made secondary. And so when they are made secondary, then Acharya Bhagavan in this stanza says secondary means we just say it's a conventional form. And when it's conventional form, it's wrong, it's wrong, it's wrong. But conventional form is wrong compared to the eternal soul substance. For example, on the street, there are a series of houses are there. 10, 15, 20, 30 houses are there in the street. Which is my house? Which house belongs to Ankit? I am been given an address, and this is the address to come to. I can't find there. I see all the houses around. When I see his number, oh, that is his house. This is Ankit's house, because the rest of the houses now became secondary. So considering rest of the houses on the street, this house becomes primary, means important, means absolute. But now when I enter the house, and I just say, where is Ankit? Well, he's in his room. Well, what is this? This is kitchen. What is this? This is living area. What is this? This family area. Where is he? He is in his own room. So even in the house, which was made primary compared to all the houses in the street, that from earlier perspective. Now, when I enter the house, my aim is to meet Ankit. So his room becomes primary for me, and rest of the area of the house becomes secondary for me. What perspective? I'm in the house, that's why his room is primary. The rest of the things are secondary. When I'm on the street, the house itself is primary. So again, perspective in partial point of view. In Night Chakra, you have to understand what perspective one is talking about. So those are the things we have to keep in mind, not to get bogged down to wrong path and get into argument and all kind of things, Okay. Okay, we can finish this slide and then we can start from other part. Auspicious, inauspicious modes, the pure mode, division of attributes, all are considered as conventional as compared to the absolute form of eternal, indivisible, identical form of soul substance. Ankit's room becomes very important compared to living room, family room, kitchen, and other bedroom and all those things. So, auspicious inclination occurs in me. Inauspicious modes are occurring within me. Even the pure modes are occurring within me. The divisions of attributes are occurring within me. But when I'm considering eternal soul substance, when compared to absolute form of eternal, indivisible, identical form of soul substance, then all these things, even though they are present in the area of the soul, within the soul's influence, that area, all those things are present in the soul, but they are made secondary because my primary aim is absolute form of eternal soul substance. Their existence is not denied. Remember, their existence, I am the one doing auspiciousness right now. I have inauspicious thought process right now, or I have a pure mode right now, or I have an infinite attribute within me. All those things are present, but simply they are made secondary as compared to absolute form. I'm in Ankit's room is more important for me because all other rooms in the house become secondary for me. So that kind of a thing that we have to, that kind of mindset we have to have it when we understand which perspective we are talking about.
So Kirtanko, when you have the when you have the experience of Atma, then you have abhed bhav, is that right?
At the experiencing time.
You have experience of abhed bhav.
Yeah.
So abhed bhav is part of the swabhav of the Atma. Is that one of the surtalis saktis? Is there another name for that, abhed bhav?
Abhed is indivisible or identical. Indivisible means soul substance cannot be divided. For example, you like laddu, for example. Laddu is made up of how many things? Laddu is made up of flour and ghee and sugar and whatnot. But when you are eating laddu, you are eating laddu only. You are not eating sugar. You are not eating flour. You are not eating anything, ghee and everything. You are eating laddu in indivisible way. You are experiencing it in a total indivisible way. When you are eating ice cream, you are enjoying the ice cream completely. You don't say the ice cream has so many things present and these and all those. When you are experiencing, you're not making division. You just simply say, I love it. This is good. Now somebody says, but how was the ice cream? Then you start describing in divisional way. Well, ice cream was good, but how good was it? What was good about it? Well, it was sweet, means one division I made. It was cool, another division I made. Then there was a saffron was there, third division I made. And there was a cardamom was there, fourth division I made. Then it was a really creamy, so cream was there. So now I'm talking about it. At that time, there is no experience. And when I'm experiencing, I'm not experiencing divisions. I'm experiencing indivisibility. Same way, when my aim is directed to eternal soul substance and I enjoy, I end up experiencing my soul substance. In total, I experiencing. There is no divisions or anything. It's just pure, simple, eternal soul substance I'm experiencing. I'm experiencing bliss all over. So the divisions only while talking about it. Experience, there are no divisions. They are indivisibility. So same way here, when you are experiencing the soul substance, there is indivisible way you are experiencing. If you are experiencing division, means conventional form, means it's not absolute form. So when I say I'm in meditative posture, I say I'm the soul substance. I'm eternal soul substance. I'm free of all the material karma. I'm free of all bhav karma. I'm free of body and everything. Those kind of thought process, reflective thought process, the vikalpatma jnana, because there are divisions I'm creating. I am the soul substance. I am not the eater. I am not the bhav karma. I am not the dravya karma. When I'm making those divisions while I'm in reflective thought, and remember, in that meditative posture, I'm only thinking about soul and soul and soul and soul only, but still there is divisional aspect, and as long as that divisional aspect is a conventional, as long as they're conventional, there is karma bondage, there is a rag and there. As a result, there's karma bondage. So meditation, the way way it is propagated, the way it is been done, it's not necessary that you don't have to do it. You go that route, and ultimately your reflective thought process starts quieting down, and then you dwell into the eternal soul substance and experience the indivisibility. That is called self-realization. That's called samyak darshan. That's called enlightenment. So my reflective thought process is there right now when I'm in meditative posture. I'm doing auspicious thing. I don't want to do inauspicious thing. I may have a pure mode. There are divisions of attributes of present. That kind of thing when I'm doing it, ultimately those reflective thought process will start quieting down. For example, I'm too tired and I want to go to sleep, I want to go to sleep, I want to go to sleep, I want to go to sleep. If that kind of thought process I make it, well, there's TV going on, put the TV off, there's heat in the house, put the air conditioner on, put the fan on, make the room, all kind of reflective thought process, I make lots and lots of noise around. I'm not going to go to sleep. I want to sleep, I want to sleep, I want to sleep. I will not be able to go to sleep. But I want to sleep, I'm tired. I want to sleep, I want to sleep, I want to sleep. And then suddenly, normally, you just go drift into the sleep that you don't even know that one. So reflective thought process also, meditative things. I'm the soul, I'm the soul, I'm the soul, I'm the soul, I'm the soul substance, I'm the soul substance. And then ultimately you start experiencing where there is no thought process remains, you know. So at that time, their existence is not denied. Remember, this is from this knowledge perspective. Simply they are made secondary as compared to absolute form. That's it. If one ignores the division completely, then it will like the Vedanta philosophy. Vedanta philosophy believes that a soul is an all eternal soul substance. There are no divisions, then there is nothing, and soul substance does not do anything. From that perspective, that's true. When we are talking about eternal soul substance, it's an indivisible, eternal, it's an identical form, it's a non-doer, it remains exactly same from time, infinite time before and infinite time in the past and all. That's true. But Vedanta believes it's only like that. That's it. Which believes soul to be only eternal, only what is very important here. And that differentiates between this Jain philosophy and Vedanta. They believe soul substance is only eternal, indivisible, identical form, and nothing else like modes and attributes exist within. While Jains say, yes, there are modes and attributes exist, but we make it secondary when we are in the experiencing phase. This is a big difference. So somebody will say, somebody will describe this from the Vedanta philosophy perspective. The soul is an eternal, individual, identical form, nothing else. So this kind of thing, when it's been described, then describe this one. Then it looks like you are talking about Samaysar. You are talking Samaysar. Here also we do the same thing here. That this is the eternal, indivisible, identical form of soul substance. And they also say that eternal, indivisible, identical form of a soul substance. They both appear to be saying, hey, you know, in Vedanta, it just whatever you're talking in Jain, same thing is there. Here, on the word is only. This word only is very important. They don't believe existence of attributes and modes. While
here you're talking about Advaita Vedanta?
Yeah, well, Vedanta, the Advaita Vedanta and Advaita Vedanta, there are two things are there. But this Advaita,
this one that you just speak about in this sentence is a reference to Advaita Vedanta.
Yes.
And then Buddhism takes the other extreme, that everything is impermanent. There is no there is nothing that is constant and free of change.
Yes.
And Jainism stands in the middle on this respect.
Jainism doesn't stand in middle. Jainism stands in its own normal, perfect way. There is nothing like middle that, okay, we took something from here, we took something from here, and we created something different. No. It is the nature of reality. This is what the reality is there. You want to believe this way, it's your way of thinking. You want to think this way, your way of thinking. We are not think. We think both things to be gathered. And that's what the beauty of Jainism is there. So now it gives us little thought process. What is the best for me? To go here, for example, and understand everything about eternal soul substance, or to know eternal soul substance, along with the modes and attributes and everything also, which is the core philosophy for Jainism. So these are the way we have to keep thinking about it. And you will come across so many people will say, and that's okay. I mean, if somebody can talk about it, you can just say, okay, there's no sense arguing to change somebody unless somebody really wants to know about it and he comes to you that I don't understand. Would you explain to me? Then you take the initiative. But somebody strongly believes certain way. Somebody strongly believes this way, for example. You try to change them, it is going to be waste of your time and he won't change. So, they give frustration to you. So rather than that, you try to remain in your own way. Swarthi, swarthi, what is my existence meant for? My existence meant for myself only. That's it. Do I have any other bullet over here? No. Okay. So we'll stop over here and start talking about whatever. Ankit, Chirag, you can take over now.
Okay, let's jump right in. I think that, Kirit Uncle, we will get this right the first time. So if you want to go ahead and record, we can try it.
It's recording right now, yeah.
If it does not work, then so you can edit this later where to start the recording?
Yeah, I can do
Okay, great. So let's jump in and get started.
Oh, wait, one second. Just somebody put the PowerPoint slide for the Peacock up.
Okay, that's Kirit Uncle.
You want to bring the slide there? Okay, all right. Let's see.
Is there just one slide or is there more than one slide?
Well, whatever you need.
So, okay, you bring up a great point, Britti. The only thing that we haven't done is we have the wording. We just have to make sure that it flows with the slideshow.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let me make this thing just small. Then recording this meeting. Okay.
And I guess turn on your video if we're recording, everyone.
There we go.
Okay, let me bring the slide, okay? Just give me 1 second. You can keep talking while I'm trying to look for the slides.
Do we want to just do one run through?
We'll get it right the first time. If not, we'll do it again.
Okay. Think positive.
I like that attitude.
There you go.
And I sent the slide out to you. Chirag, I did send out the slide to you, right?
You did.
Okay,
Yeah.
then because I'm just going to go through my Gmail and find it out where they are.
We should just take our time reading this. I think doing this after Kirit Uncle Swadhay is perfect. Just be in a abhed bhav. What can we say when you read this?
કિરીટ ભાઈ
Yeah.
તમે પેલી પીકોક વાળી સ્લાઇડ મોકલાવી રહ્યા છો ચિરાગ ને
Yeah.
એ મને પણ મોકલજો ને.
Chirag, do you have that on your? I can't.
Yeah. Let me send that to you again.
Yeah.
Is that what you want me to do? Send it to you?
Yeah. Invitation schedule.
I think Hemel's got it too, but I got my phone right here.
Yeah, I have it too.
Where's Hemel?
I'm here.
Oh, there you are.
You're seeing to Hamel for the first time, huh? He was hiding.
Yeah. We're all seeing each other for, well, at least I am, for the first time.
Yes.
Yes. That's-
We should be doing a trial run, right, before we do anything else.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the slides for Kirit Uncle to put up.
Hemal, do
I'm
you
not-
have it? That you can have it. You can just send it to me also. Right?
Okay, here are the slides. Forward. Okay, I just sent them to you, Kirit Uncle.
Okay. And also try to put it through you also, and let's say whether can you do the screen share from there. I think you can do it also from there. Why don't you do that? Do the screen share.
Do screen share. I'm on my phone.
Okay. Then I have to do it from.
I'm not sure I can do that.
No, it may be tough probably, or we may lose each.
Maybe I can. But the way this is going to be structured, I think you will have to present the slides, right? Because you're the only one that will. It will be continuous in the background, and then our voices as we talk will show up. Am I making sense, guys? Kirit Uncle's got to do the slides.
Yes. He has to do it, and when you record it, make sure, Kirit bhai, you have just the active speaker on the side.
Yeah. He will be there. Let's see. Okay, now you tell me which slide you want, and I can put it on.
If someone can time us, that'd be great.
I can time. I'll note from the time from here, so no problem. Getting on downloads.
If you just happen to make a small mistake reading, I don't think we need to restart. Maybe if you can just correct yourself, unless it's really bad, like you read, even if you read someone else's line. We can try to keep going, and maybe we'll get this down the first time.
Okay, Rag getting on. Where's Rag getting? Okay, I'm going to the screen share, and here we are. Okay, so you want this slide first, or you want to go to the other one? This one only. Which one do you want to go first?
I think it starts off blank. There's 3 lines, and then we can start here, or
You mean this slide?
not this one.
Not this one. Okay. So we will start this one then.
Just go back to blank, and then we'll start reading.
Okay. All right. Okay.
There you go. Whoops.
Okay. Blank. And let me put everybody online here. Okay. Now, if you speak, you'll be as big as this. Let's say, make it a little bit smaller. Okay. All right. Start now.
It should be just one speaker, right, on the side,
So
on your screen?
whoever is speaking, his video will come on. Right now I'm speaking, so my video is on. That's all you see right now, right? Blue screen and my video on the corner, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That's right.
Okay.
So you just, Kirit uncle, you go through the slides as you see fit, and that's how it'll work.
Yeah, you tell me what slide to go, and I'll just go through it. No problem.
Well,
And-
once we start reading, we won't be able to talk, right? To tell you.
It's okay. No. Even if you have to talk, don't worry. I'll be able to cut that part out from the video editing. So no problem with that.
Okay.
Okay.
So let's see. We can do all the things in between. If we speak something or whatever, no problem, nothing. Or if you just forgot and you have to repeat again, no problem. I'll be able to trim all those things, okay? Those who are not part of it, I'll just tell you what we are doing. This Friday, we are going to have Gurudev's Kanji Swami's 128th years of celebration. And this our class is with Chirag, Ankit, and Hamal, and Ketan. And is Susmita here too? Is she here? Is she going to take part?
No, she's not here, Kirit uncle.
No? Okay. So these are the people going to do this talking part. We'll do the recording, and then we are going to present that one to the audience. Okay. All right, let's start now.
Okay. Hey guys, let's go over the slides from the process of knowing.
Great idea. I have so many questions on Dhey Purvak Gnay, Prakashak, and Swaprakashak Gnan.
Okay, it'll also emphasize Atma Kamayana.
I can't see your video there, Ankit. So bring your video and then speak.
Sure, it'll also emphasize Atma Kamayana.
No, again, there's no video there.
Oh, okay.
I think your camera is off.
Start again, maybe. Okay, we can start. Okay, but make sure that Ankit's video is on right now.
It should be now.
Yes, I can see your hand right now, but okay, you're there. Okay, all right. Start again.
Okay. Should I start with anything like Jai Jinendra, Jai Prabhu, or anything?
Yeah, Jayanti. Yeah, start with Jayanti.
Okay.
Yeah, and just give introduction also what we are doing, what our class and everything. Short synopsis.
I was not prepared for that. Okay. Jai Jinendra, everyone. In the Samaysar class, we talked about the process of knowing, Dhey Purvak Gnay. So let's look over some of the slides and discuss the process of knowing.
Great idea. I have so many questions on Dhey Purvak Gnay, Prakashak, and Swaprakashak Gnan.
Sure, it'll also emphasize Atma Kamayana.
How is an object getting known?
Okay, I'm sorry to interrupt.
Kirit uncle, could we have?
You're breaking down, Preeti.
Was I breaking down? Let me re-say it then.
Yeah, speak.
How is an object getting known?
This is where we should be showing that peacock in the mirror slide.
Yeah.
Now, Kirit, is there any way we can start with an empty mirror and the next slide might just show the peacock? Yeah, from here and then the peacock.
Just go like this. Okay.
Barabar. So we'll start from here, and then when Preeti says how is object getting known, then we bring the peacock in that mirror.
So I can say it again?
This is just a dry run anyway, so yeah.
Okay. How is an object getting known?
In our slides from Samaysar class with Kirit uncle, the peacock is present and therefore reflected in the mirror. That means the object is getting known in the knowledge mode. If the object was not there, it would not be reflected.
That is not the complete story. The purity of the mirror is the reason the peacock gets reflected. The mirror is the principal cause. The peacock is only present and thus the instrumental cause, or as we know it as Nimit Karan.
Wow, that is possible. I remember an example we talked about from stanza 6 of Samaysar about fire and wood. There we said that the wood burns because it has the capacity to burn. The fire is only present as an instrumental cause. The principal cause of the wood burning is its own nature.
Okay, the eternal Atma is also illuminated in the knowledge mode. So why can't I perceive it like I do the peacock?
Great question.
One second, hold. Ankit, your face is not completely in the screen. So
Better?
Show me.
I'm holding multiple devices here.
You're still on the corner. Your face is still in the corner. Yeah, it is coming.
I'm doing multiple devices here. I don't have a computer in front of me. Okay.
Okay, now it's coming out. Okay, keep it there, place. Okay, speak that again.
Okay, the eternal Atma is also illuminated in the knowledge mode. So why can't I perceive it like I do the like I do the peacock?
Great question.
Here, the answer has to be that my attention and faith are on the outward objects getting illuminated in the mirror. I have not brought my faith to my own eternal soul substance being illuminated yet, and thus I do not know myself.
The eternal soul, Atma, has Gnan Gun, or the knowledge attribute that has the capacity to know self and the alien objects. But the Gnan Paryay or mode, even though illuminating self and alien objects, when faith is focused on outside alien objects, will only know the alien objects, like the peacock we see in this example. Hey, Kirit bhai?
Yeah.
I thought I wanted to, before you made all the edits, I wanted to actually say it misleadingly that the knowledge mode, Pariyama, it can only be one or the other. It cannot have both, and that's where Chirag would correct me.
No, it will be there both. Both will be there, but depends on where is my faith. If my faith is to the alien objects, then only alien thing will be perceived. My faith is to the eternal soul substance, then eternal soul substance will be perceived, and ultimately when I know the eternal soul substance, then basically I'll perceive both.
Correct. Yeah, but when me and Chirag were typing this up, the intent was I wanted him to introduce faith and Preeti to come in and reaffirm that. I was supposed to be misleading here and say that Gnan ekaj thai, ka to parnu thai, ka swanu.
Yeah, you're right. That's okay. Yeah.
Okay, so that's how I would say it. I'll misleadingly not introduce faith here. Let Chirag introduce faith.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Chirag, you can go ahead. I'll fix this line in the meanwhile.
Okay, the knowledge mode, here I have to disagree. The knowledge mode has the function to illuminate Bar and Swa all the time. The Shraddha attribute or faith attribute can only be focused on Bar or Swa to put its faith in, one at a time.
So when my faith mode is focused on alien objects, then only alien objects getting perceived. Or then the only alien objects is getting perceived. When it is directed to the eternal soul substance, then faith mode perceives self.
Remember, guys, the soul substance is being illuminated in the knowledge mode. It's separate from its illumination. The soul is avyakta. It's not manifest. And its reflection is vyakta.
Janaro janeche. During the knowing action, the all-knower soul substance gets illuminated. The action occurs in the mode. Eternal soul substance remains inert and does not do any actions.
Can I stop you guys? I don't understand why what I just said is relevant. Why is that even there?
What's that?
That's a great point. I put that in.
What I just said, like why is that even there?
I'm answering you. I put that in there, and I put here. Don't go through. I think. Remember, guys, although the eternal soul substance is being illuminated in the knowledge, is separate from its illumination.
I don't recall quoting that in any of. I don't recall Kirit Uncle ever sort of implying or articulating this way.
He says it's the reflection and object being a reflection are related.
Chirag, you are breaking down a little bit. I don't know why.
You mean my?
Yeah, voice is breaking down.
A lot of echo is there, Chirag.
Oh my God, I'm changing it. Can you hear me better now?
Kind of.
If
Okay,
you're in a
let me try
large room, go into a smaller room or shut the door.
No, I haven't changed anything since the beginning.
Okay,
The
now
phone
it's okay.
was
Now it's okay.
okay.
Now it's
So
better.
here, here to answer Ankit's question, is this line relevant? The one that says, remember, guys, the eternal.
I can't hear you, man. You might want to try a different connection.
Oh. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Yeah.
Okay, so maybe Kirit Uncle can answer this. Ankit's question is his line over there relevant?
What line it is? Tell me.
Okay, he says, remember, guys, although the eternal soul substance is being illuminated in the knowledge mode, it is separate from its illumination.
Yeah.
The eternal soul substance is avyakta or unmanifest, and the reflection is vyakta or manifest.
Yeah, that's okay. Means this guy, eternal soul substance, does not enter here. What we see here is the reflection illumination only. So the knowledge mode perceives the illumination only. It just does.
Then let's say that. Let's say that, because I think that second sentence is unclear to me, and if it's saying the same thing, then it's redundant.
Okay.
Well, he said it's relevant. I mean, that answers your question, doesn't it?
Okay, no, it answers my question, but my inclination, if you will, since I don't understand what I'm saying there, perhaps we can stick with the first sentence.
Okay. That was from a Thursday class, Ankit. That's why that happened. Sorry about that.
I'll try to join this.
No problem. Okay, all right, go ahead.
Can I just say one thing? Ketan, could you repeat your line? Just it's a pronunciation thing. Jarnaro Janaiche. I'm sure that's what you said.
I think he did very good. It was very nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do we apply this to Rag and Dvesh?
Who is next?
Hemel.
Hemel, you need to unmute. You have to unmute.
There you go. That helps. The fruition of dravya karma creates circumstances or situation. And at that instant, if we are in the swabhav bhav, we will be able to maintain equanimity or samta bhav. However, in the vibhav bhav, one ends up with rag and dvesh. This rag and dvesh occurred as a result of one bringing his attention to the alien objects, which is the fruition of the karma. And therefore, rag and dvesh themselves are considered alien objects. Being alien object, rag and dvesh are getting illuminated in the knowledge mode. The present knowledge mode ends up knowing this illumination of rag and dvesh. Just like the real peacock was getting illuminated in the knowledge mode, the Gnan Paryay will simply know the illumination of rag and dvesh in its own mode.
I'm reminded here of the example of the dog chewing the bone. In that example, the bone hits the palate of the dog and blood comes out, and the dog is tasting the sweetness of the blood and thinks that the sweetness is coming from the bone. In reality, he is tasting his own blood. Similarly, the ignorant soul ends up thinking that he knows rag and dvesh. In fact, He knows his own knowledge mode, having illumination of the alien objects like Rag and Dvesh.
So a Mithyatvi will focus on alien objects. He will think that he is the doer of the body, worldly objects, karma, and Ragandvish. In fact, all these alien objects are getting illuminated in the knowledge mode, and one ends up knowing the illumination in his knowledge mode only. Alien objects are simply instrumental cause. One does not be the doer of these alien objects, acting as an instrumental cause.
Okay, I get this now. A Samardashi Jeev is aware of this at all times. In fact, he knows that each time the knowledge mode illuminates alien objects, then the knowledge mode ends up knowing the illumination.
There's some more lines. Okay.
Huh?
There's some more lines.
Oh. This knowledge mode comes from knowledge attribute, and the knowledge attribute is part of the eternal all-knower soul. So each time an object is getting known, one ends up with presence of all-knower soul, which is the ultimate cause for knowing action in the mode. Each time knowing occurs, then it gives publicity of the eternal soul substance.
Perfect. This is what Gurudev means by Nayakni Prasiddhi Decha.
That doesn't read so easy, by the way. That might need to be edited a little.
Today is final day.
All right, well, I'll edit it.
Well, you can write it right now because I think we're going to do one more reading, right, guys?
All right, so then everybody refresh your.
Yeah. What I need to make sure that, Ankit, when you're trying to use multiple things, then your video doesn't come, so you have to be careful there. And I think it lasts for about, 7-8 minutes, or less than 10 minutes, I think, so that will be good. So, start all over again.
But
Yeah,
it feels
everyone
like
just-
we are all reading.
Mhm.
I think that's okay. No one's going to memorize it.
It's okay.
Everybody, if you guys want to make your modifications, and then we can all refresh at once, so that the changes pop up, because I'm sure we all have points we want to edit.
Okay.
I wrote it down on this piece of paper in front of me. Let's go.
Is this
As
a
far as
shared
our slideshow, did that work?
What's that?
Did our slideshow work as intended?
I mean, you tell me, do you want anything more than this slide, or is it this one? And we have peacock object and all this. 1 second. But do you want to bring this slide also, or not? There's too much writing on this slide, maybe?
No. I think it's. So what is the slideshow actually? Could you go through them one at a time?
I'll go to from the beginning. Okay.
Okay.
See, this is a blank. There's a first slide. I can change them to the different order also if you want to. You want to bring this slide first, I think. So we will bring that one. Okay. This is too much writing. Same as this slide. I think. But there's so much writing on it. So you don't want all the writings, right?
No, it's okay. Kirit uncle, that's fine. The writing is fine. What happens next? Is this where it stopped, or?
The self-illumination.
Okay.
And then alien illumination. Self and alien illumination together. So this is the question that we are putting forward,
Yeah, I think it's fine. You can listen to it and read this. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it has the, so it'll work.
Okay. So let's let me reorder the slides. Okay, 1 second.
Take it back.
Why it's not going open with Microsoft PowerPoint? It's not allowing me to reorder the slides. Let me see why it's not doing that. Okay, okay.
Hey guys, it's Shira. So let's do this one more time. Excellent. We have a constant word to read. We're in contribution. Either. So let's.
You're breaking away. Everybody make the changes and then refresh the document. I know I made some changes.
Okay. So we can all agree to do this in excellence last time, hopefully.
And show. What happened here?
I don't know why. Yeah, sometimes we get echoes and sometimes we get a lot of static in the background. So I know I'm not moving, but is my voice clear now?
Yeah, your voice is clear right now.
Okay. So whatever you're
You know, I'm not able to bring these slides. Please for me.
maybe you don't have to change at this time. They were fine.
You know, I'm not able to change this pattern, or something is wrong with my computer.
Okay,
So
that's fine, Kirit. We'll start with the peacock as Prakasha, then it goes to Prakash, and then slowly go through the slides as you want. You know, it'll be fine.
okay. Okay, I'm ready. So introduction can start. Let's see, Hemal.
I have one question. Who is Moni on the line?
Who?
Yes. Hello.
Hemal, you want to start now?
No, I thought Chirag was saying something.
Yeah.
I was asking who is Modi. That's you, Hemal?
Yeah, that's me.
Okay. There's some noise coming. I think it's from you. I can't tell exactly. Like or something. Just, no.
Somehow, but Chirag's video is getting, I mean, audio is getting broken down, you know.
Oh, is it back again? Hello?
It could be your internet connection, Chirag.
Can you hear me?
No, it's still same.
Can you hear me?
Yes, but kind of halfway.
I'm not changing anything. Can you? Hello?
No. Yeah, speak now.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear now. Okay. When your face is full screen, I mean, when your face is completely on the screen, then I can hear you well. You know, we can.
Okay, that's what I'll do then. I'll hold it here. Is this good?
Yeah, this is good now. Yes. Okay.
Okay, great.
Okay. Jai Jinendra, let's go over the slides from our Thursday's Samaysar class that talks about the process of knowing.
Great idea. I have so many questions on Dheypurvak Gnay, Par Prakashak, and Swaprakashak Gnan.
Sure, it'll emphasize Atmaka Mahima.
How is an object getting known?
We are missing our slides.
Okay. Now, when do you want the slides to come on? When?
I think so that we don't change the format, maybe we should have the slide on all the time.
Or is it? No, because that way, first I wanted to have, because each one is speaking, so I would like to have the complete video, I mean, complete pictures. So that way it's a big picture. Thereafter, when we start slides, then everybody will become a miniature, you know?
That's also a good idea. Yeah.
So then if that's the case, when Ketan is done, Kirit uncle, he's going to say his line. When Ketan finishes, you can start the slideshow. That means we all will have been on video once.
And at that time, we'll bring the peacock slide, right?
That's right.
Okay, all right. Let's start again. Okay.
Okay. Jai Jinendra. Hey guys, let's go over the slides from our Samaysar class that has described the process of knowing.
Great idea. I have so many questions on Dheypurvak Gnay, Par Prakashak, and Swaprakashak Gnan.
It'll also emphasize Atmaka Mahima.
How is an object getting known?
In our slides from Samaysar class with Kirit uncle, the peacock is present and therefore reflected in the mirror. That means the object is getting known in the knowledge mode. If the object was not there, it would not be reflected.
That is actually not the complete story. The purity of the mirror is the reason the peacock gets reflected. The mirror is the principal cause. The peacock is only present, and thus the instrumental cause or the nimit karan.
Wow, that is possible. I remember an example we talked about from stanza 6 of Samaysar about wood and fire. There we said the wood burns because it has the capacity to burn. The fire is only present as an instrumental cause. The principal cause of the wood burning is its own nature.
And the soul is also known in the knowledge mode. So why don't I see the soul? I see the peacock.
Great question.
Mm-hmm.
Here, the answer has to be that my attention and faith are on the outward objects getting illuminated in the mirror. I have not brought my faith to my own internal soul substance being illuminated yet, and thus I do not know myself.
The eternal soul, Atma, has Gnangun or knowledge attribute, and that has the capacity to know self and the alien objects. But the Gnan Paryay or mode can illuminate self or the alien objects, just like we see either peacock or the self in this example.
The knowledge mode has the function to illuminate Par and Swa all the time. The Shraddha attribute or faith attribute can only be focused on Par or Swa to put its faith in, one at a time.
So when my faith mode is focused on alien objects, then only alien objects is getting perceived. When it is directed to eternal soul substance, then the faith mode perceives the self.
Remember, guys, the soul is being known in the knowledge mode. It's separate from its own illumination. Soul is, well, I put that down. Yeah. Sorry about that. Continue. Carry on.
Ankit, I can barely hear you.
You know, I have a tablet in front of me. I don't have a computer in front of me. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, this is better.
My camera is on one side and my microphone is on the other side. So, you know, when I'm trying to speak into the microphone, y'all can't see me. And when I'm trying to be seen, y'all can't hear me.
But right now I can see you and hear you both.
Okay. I'll read that again. Remember, guys, the soul substance is being known in the knowledge mode. It's separate from its illumination.
Janaro Janaiche. During the knowing action, the all-knower soul substance gets illuminated. The action occurs in the mode. Eternal soul substance remains inert and does not do any actions.
Okay, so how do we apply this to Rag and Dvesh?
The fruition of Dravya Karma creates the situation or circumstances. And at that instant, if we are in Swabhav Bhav, we will be able to maintain the equanimity and Samta Bhav. However, in the Vibhav Bhav, one ends up with Rag and Dvesh. This Rag and Dvesh occurred as a result of one bringing his attention to the alien objects, that is the fruition of karma. And therefore, the Rag and Dvesh are also considered alien objects. Being alien object, Rag and Dvesh are getting illuminated in the knowledge mode. The present knowledge mode ends up knowing this illumination of Rag and Dvesh, just like the real peacock was getting illuminated in the knowledge mode. Gnan Paryay will simply know the illumination of Rag and Dvesh in its own mode.
This reminds me of the example of the dog chewing the bone. The bone hits the palate of the dog, and blood comes out, and the dog is tasting the sweetness of the blood and thinks that sweetness is coming from the bone. In fact, he is tasting his own blood. Similarly, an ignorant soul ends up thinking that he knows the Rag and Dvesh. In fact, he knows his own knowledge mode, having illumination of the alien objects like Rag and Dvesh.
So a Mithyatvi will focus on alien objects. He thinks that he's the doer of body, world objects, karma, and Raga and Dvesh. In fact, one ends up knowing the illumination in his knowledge mode only.
Preeti, I'm sorry, can I interrupt?
Alien objects are simply instrumental cause. One can't be the doer. Sure. I can't hear you, Chirag.
Oh, yeah, I was interrupting because there was a lot of, did everyone hear a lot of echo just now when Preeti was talking?
Yeah, it was breaking down.
Try your phone in a different position, maybe closer, and try that again one more time, please.
Let me get closer. You know what I can do is turn the heat off because the fan is making a lot of noise. Is that better?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the hotel fan is noisy. All right, let me try it again.
Yeah.
Here we go. So a Mithyatvi will focus on alien objects. He thinks that he is the doer of the body, worldly objects, karma, and Raga and Dvesh. In fact, all these alien objects are getting illuminated in the knowledge mode, and one ends up knowing the illumination in the knowledge mode only. Alien objects are simply instrumental cause. One cannot be the doer of these alien objects acting as an instrumental cause.
Okay, I get this now. So Samyak Jiv is aware in every moment of this. So he knows that each time the knowledge mode illuminates an alien object, then the knowledge mode ends up knowing that illumination.
Ankit, you have some more lines.
Oh, it says Chirag. in this update.
Oh, okay. Did you edit out the rest?
No, I paraphrased it.
Okay. Then I'll go. Perfect. This is what Gurudev means by Gnayakni Prasiddhi Thaicha.
No, there's something in between. You're saying something else and Preeti's saying that.
No, actually,
Did someone?
I'm sorry. I have a printout in front of me prior to all these current edits, so this is how I got it. Ankit, you have the lines prior to me saying perfect, and they're all yours.
So everybody else has the updated version.
yeah.
So tell me, what do you want me to say? Starting what? How shall I do this, Ankit?
I'll email it to you right now.
No, just tell me where to speak from. So you stopped at illumination. Should I carry on from the knowledge mode? Is that how you've got it? Ankit?
It's edited, Chirag. It's not as you wrote it.
I know, just tell me what part I'm saying.
Ankit, when you're done, why don't you say, Chirag, do you understand? Then Chirag can pick it up, Let's do
Okay,
that.
I just sent it to him. Check WhatsApp. I just sent it to
You know, Ankit, I don't have it. I printed it out around 5:36. That's all I have.
Okay.
So if I'm supposed to say
Okay,
something, I wouldn't know it.
I'll make it very simple. Where Ankit stops, I'll pick up. So let's
Yeah,
just do
thanks,
that.
Chirag,
Let's
because
just do that.
I don't have another device.
Okay.
No, okay, so I'm gonna make it simple. Where Ankit stops, I will pick up, and I will be the last person to speak.
Thanks.
Okay. Can we repeat that, Ankit? Your line first.
Okay, I understand this. A Samyak Darshi Jeev is aware in every moment of these facts. So he knows that each time knowledge mode illuminates an alien object, then that mode ends up knowing the illumination.
This knowledge mode comes from knowledge attribute, and the knowledge attribute is part of the eternal all-knower soul substance. So each time an object is getting known, one ends up with the presence of all-knower eternal soul substance, which is the ultimate cause for knowing action in the mode. Each time knowing occurs, then it gives publicity of the eternal soul substance. That's perfect. This is what Gurudev means by Gnayakni Prasiddhi Taisha.
It's awesome. But it still feels like everybody's looking at the script, including myself. I don't think Kirit is happy with it.
No, I think, don't worry. I had to do lots of cut, paste and everything. So I have my whole night is cooked up right now. No, it's okay. I think we'll just do that. And let's work. I'll work on it. And if I need to add a couple of things or anything at the end, I can probably put those things on, But I think we are okay. We are okay. All right.
I think that if we want to do this, and I will take my own advice. I will encourage everybody to look it over before and during the next time we rehearse this, because Kirit Uncle's writing isn't. I mean, it doesn't feel like my voice, and I'm sure it doesn't feel like your voice either. So you can take the gist of what your line is and make it conform to the way you speak. So then maybe it won't sound robotic or mechanical the next time.
Okay, so that's a great point, Ankit. Can we meet, because this is happening on Friday, I believe. Can we meet tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for half an hour for a final rehearsal? And then
My understanding is this is going to be recorded, right, Kirit Uncle? So this is not going to be done live, because we can't all be there live.
Right,
No,
so we need to record it.
Yeah. So can we do tomorrow 5 p.m. West Coast and for 8 p.m. Eastern time?
I cannot do that. Tomorrow I'm already booked. Can you use my voice already from this clip and then change it?
That's probably a lot of editing to do that, I'm assuming.
Yeah. I just can't do it tomorrow. I don't, it's not possible. I'm driving. I already made
If we all have
commitment.
computers, if we all have laptops, because I'm just presuming everybody's using the camera on their computer except for me. Could we all open up Google Docs and make your edits now, and then we'll do
I'm using my phone. Ankit, I'm not even home. I'm in a hotel room. I'm just using my phone right now.
What time you could be reaching your place, Preeti?
I'm reaching tomorrow night, but then I have another appointment. That's the problem, is everything is backed up. As soon as I get home, I have made plans.
But let's do one thing. Preeti, can you come on phone only maybe?
Hey, we can try now. Like, I have time now.
Let's do it again now. I vote for now rather than tomorrow. Let's do
Yeah,
one.
if we want to change something, I'm willing to stay up and do whatever now if it's possible.
Then if it's possible, people can whip out their computers.
I have a question, Ankit. I think I'm going to speak on behalf of everyone. Who has any further edits to make? I do not.
I
Does
don't have any. I'm
on
good.
record saying that it sounded mechanical. So I would presume that the reason why it sounded rehearsed is because the words were not.
Yes, Ankit, that's true. And in order to get that level of excellence, we should have been working on this earlier. I'm going to say that.
But you know what? I'm not looking for perfection. I'm looking for participation. So I mean, at least we would like to present to the community that, hey, you know what? We are also part of community, and we are also doing Swadhyay and this kind of thing. So that's the whole aim, is to, I mean, we already know what it is and everything. We, in our own mind, we know it. So idea is not to worry too much about whether it's mechanical or whether it's not coming perfect and everything.
No, but Kiriko, what we don't want is, we don't want this to sound like you wrote it and then we're reading it. That's exactly what we don't want. Because
Ankit, you could have joined the party a little sooner.
Okay, so can you, Ankit, can you try to change your things as much as you want to? And
yeah, I'm for one final reading. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Put your all into it, because this is going to go, and it's going to be awesome, and people will love it.
You want to take a 5 minutes break for Ankit to take care of writing his own way?
Kirit, I've already written it. You're misunderstanding the issue here. The edits are done, but some people don't have access to these edits because they don't have computers in front of them.
Okay.
But everybody else
understanding the
is
issue
okay with their lines, right, Ankit? Everybody has their own lines. So if you make edits to your lines, it would not change what everyone
No
else.
problem. I heard somebody else mention that it sounded rehearsed and mechanical. So perhaps I misheard. So I was thinking that there was another person out there who was feeling similarly and perhaps wanted a chance to edit. If I misunderstood, forgive me.
No, I think we're doing great, as best as we can do. So
Okay.
let's be
On the 7
excellent and do this one final time. Yes, Kirit, uncle.
Okay.
Right.
Put this one off, and I'll stop my video. I don't need to be on a video right now. Okay. All right. You are coming first, right, Hemant? You speak,
Yes.
so at least your picture comes up, Hemant.
Okay, so I'll start talking today. And
yes, start now.
Okay, so Jai Jinendra, let's go over the slides from our Thursday's Samaysar class that talks about the process of knowing.
Great idea. I have so many questions on Dhaypurvak Gnay, Par Prakashak, and Swaprakashak Gnan.
Yeah, and it'll emphasize Atma Mahima.
How is an object getting known?
In our slides from Samaysar class with Kirit uncle, the peacock is present and therefore reflected in the mirror. That means the object is getting known in the knowledge mode. If the object was not there, it would not be reflected.
That is not the complete story. The purity of the mirror is the reason the peacock gets reflected. The mirror is the principal cause here. The peacock is only present and thus the instrumental cause or the nimit karan.
Wow, that is possible. I remember an example we talked about from stanza 6 of Samaysar about wood and fire. There we said the wood burns because it has the capacity to burn. The fire is only present as an instrumental cause. The principal cause of the wood burning is its own nature.
Right, right. And the soul is known in the knowledge mode. Then why can't I see the soul like I see the peacock?
Great question.
Here, the answer has to be that my attention and faith are on the outward objects getting illuminated in the mirror. I have not brought my faith to my own eternal soul substance being illuminated yet, and thus I do not know myself.
The eternal soul Atma has Gyan Gun or the knowledge attribute that has the capacity to know self and the alien objects. But the Gnan Paryay or mode is illuminating self or alien object. Like we see the peacock or self in this example here.
Here I have to disagree. The knowledge mode has the function to illuminate Bar and Swa all the time. The Shraddha attribute or faith attribute can only be focused either on Bar or Swa to put its faith one at a time.
So when my faith mode is focused on alien objects, then only alien object is getting perceived. When it's directed to the eternal soul substance, then faith mode perceives self.
Remember, guys, the soul is being known in the knowledge mode. It's separate from its own illumination.
Janaro Janaiche. During the knowledge action, the all-knower soul substance gets illuminated. The action occurs in the mode. Eternal soul substance remains inert and does not do any actions.
Okay, so how do we apply this to Rag and Dvesh?
The fruition of Dravya Karma creates situation or circumstances. And at that instant, if we are in Swabhav Bhav, we will be able to maintain our Samta Bhav or equanimity. However, in the Vibhav Bhav, one ends up with Rag and Dvesh. This Rag and Dvesh occurred as a result of one bringing his attention to the alien objects, that is fruition of karma, and therefore Rag and Dvesh are considered alien objects. Being alien objects, Rag and Dvesh are getting illuminated in the knowledge mode. The present knowledge mode ends up knowing this illumination of Rag and Dvesh, just like the real peacock was getting illuminated in the knowledge mode. Gnan Paryay will simply know the illumination of Rag and Dvesh in its own mode.
I'm reminded of the example of the dog chewing the bone. The bone hits the palate of the dog and blood comes out, and the dog is tasting the sweetness of his own blood and thinks that the sweetness is coming from the bone. In fact, he's tasting his own blood. Similarly, the ignorant soul ends up thinking that he knows Rag and Dvesh. In fact, he knows his own knowledge mode, having illumination of the alien object like Rag and Dvesh.
So a Mithyatvi will focus on alien objects. He thinks that he is the doer of the body, worldly objects, karma, and Rag and Dvesh. In fact, all the alien objects are getting illuminated in the knowledge mode, and one ends up knowing the illumination in his knowledge mode only. Alien objects are simply an instrumental cause. One cannot be the doer of the alien objects acting as an instrumental cause.
Who is next?
I think it's Ankit, right?
You're on mute, Ankit.
Sorry about that. So Samyak Drashti Jeev is aware of this at all times. He knows that each time the knowledge mode knows an alien object, then the knowledge mode ends up knowing the illumination.
This knowledge mode comes from the knowledge attribute, and the knowledge attribute is part of the eternal all-knower soul substance. So each time an object is getting known, one ends up with the presence of the all-knower eternal soul substance, which is the ultimate cause for knowing action in the mode. Each time knowing occurs, then it gives publicity of the eternal soul substance. That's perfect. This is what Gurudev means by Gnayakni Prasiddhi Thai છે. All right. I have a question. Did anyone see my face when I was talking?
Yes. Yeah, I think it worked out good, almost complete, almost perfect. But
Okay.
it's much, much, much better than all the time before. So I think, it will be much easier for me to cut and paste and everything, because everybody's voice came out pretty good. Ankit was on mute, but then when he unmuted, everything came out okay. So I'll just take that part out. So it's good. Very nice. Okay, guys, thanks a lot for putting your all the efforts and everything. I really, really sincerely appreciate all the efforts. And maybe next time when we'll do even much better and much earlier than this time. But it worked out good. Thanks. Okay.
Thank you.
Here, Uncle.
Bye.
Okay. All right. We'll just say we'll quit the day for today, and then we'll see what happens on Friday. Okay.
Okay. Good night.
Good night. Jai Jinendra.
Jai Jinendra.
Jai Janendra.
Thanks.
Jai Jinendra.
Bye. Thanks.